If you disbelieve a God exists, that's the same as saying you believe a God does not exist. I've proven this numerous times, and I even have a 5 or 6 minute long video on my page where I extensively dive into the formal definitions of acceptance and refusal, belief, non-belief, etc., etc. But apparently some atheist brains still don't work. And a funny atheist on YouTube tried to give the following example to prove my claim wrong about belief and non-belief. He said if there's a huge jar of coins in front of you and you don't know how many coins are in the jar, and your buddy comes along who also doesn't know the number of coins in the jar and makes the claim that the number of coins in the jar is even, you would know that your buddy can't know that information. So would you believe him? No. But according to my logic, apparently, the YouTube atheist proceeded to say, you must believe necessarily that your buddy is wrong. He said, you simply have no clue whether or not the number of coins in the jar is odd or even. Not believing that the number is even does not necessarily mean that you believe that the number is odd. And then he goes on to say, well, sometimes you simply don't know. Let's dive into this horrendous logic and example, shall we? First of all, clearly, this is a fallacy of equivocation. Because in the situation with God, an atheist denies or disbelieves that a God exists. But in the situation with the coins, you erroneously and illogically talked about your buddy's claim as it pertains to the number of coins, whether or not they're odd or even. When the proper thing to do would be to focus on whether or not your buddy believes he has the right answer or not. I disbelieve my buddy's claim that he can know this information, which is the same as saying, I believe that my buddy cannot have this information. But if you want to focus on the number of coins, a person would never say, I disbelieve the number of coins are odd or even. But if you were the type of illogical brain-dead amoeba who said, I disbelieve that the numbers of coins in the jar is even, then you would be just as bad as your buddy. But not only that, to prove my point, if you disbelieve that the number of coins in the jar is even, then that means you believe that the number of coins in the jar is not even. Once again, I can't lose. And finally, saying I don't know is not a rescuing device to defeat T. Because saying I don't know doesn't provide you a new third option for whether or not there are only even or odd coins in the jar. Those are still your only two options. And the same goes for the Elliott argument. You only have two options. Have a good day, Bubba.